Hi, and welcome to the first episode of a series of videos about the Cemetech Minecraft servers. We started as a server around Minecraft 1.5, and we are currently going to 1.9 as soon as it comes out. Our live server is on Minecraft 1.8, and we have a huge number of cities there that people have built over the last 2 years, server infrastructure, machines. We play games on there like Abba Caving, but we are working on building a new spawn for Minecraft 1.9, so I'd like to show you a little bit about that today. We are building the spawn around a giant tree, kind of like the one in James Cameron's Avatar. It is a hollow tree that we've been building from scratch. One of our members just started putting a staircase in there. It is intended to be not only the center of spawn, but the center of the map. So it has 4 exits going out through roots into the 4 cardinal directions. We are still working on building it up. As you can see from the outside view, we have the trunk built, but the first set of branches are still going up, and we're going to expand that with a lot more branches and some foliage. Around the tree, we've been starting to put the rest of the spawn into place. So we have paths that go here. This is from the inside of the tree. We have paths that go to what's going to eventually be a series of little shops. Now, whether these are going to be functional sign shops or just displays and have players have their sign shops outside the spawn, we still have yet to determine. We have some docks here. One of these docks has some boats pulled up outside it, so people will be able to hop in a boat and go throughout the map. Others of these docks are going to have more stationary ships built along them, like this, clearly what is a pirate ship here with this Jolly Roger on it. We've specifically built this bridge over here, which I'll tell you more about in a second, to be high enough to let boats of about that size to go under, because we realistically would expect that in a map like this, people would want to pull up some pretty big boats to the central area of the server. We also have paths that go from the central tree out to the rail that circles spawn. So let me show you what that looks like. We had a pretty large rail system in our Minecraft 1.7 and 1.8 server, but it was largely built by the administrators. It was pretty complex. We had a big terminal at spawn, and in a future video I'd like to show you more about our 1.8 server. But for now, just imagine that we had a huge admin-built rail system. In this map, we're going to go for something different. We're hoping to have the players build most of the rail infrastructure. Inside spawn, therefore, we're using materials that would be readily available to players. We have iron bars, which are relatively cheap. We have jungle wood, which can be farmed and grown. We have obviously rails and sparsely spaced powered rails, so players don't have to collect too much gold. We have nether lanterns and redstone lanterns, excuse me. And then we have, these are probably going to be a little harder to get. We have the sea lanterns lighting up the sides of the track with trapdoors on top. So as I said, the rail is built as a circle that goes around spawn, and like the tree, it has exits into the 4 cardinal directions. This is the one of the stations here. This is the south station. This one, unlike the others, goes all the way down to, has a stair that goes all the way down to the ground. Each of our stations is built with 2 rails going through, one that goes into spawn, and the rail that goes into spawn will go around the central circle, either clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm on the counterclockwise or outside track right now. At each point, whoa, a little bit of lag there. I blame it on the fact that I am recording and playing Minecraft at the same time, and I think my laptop is not too happy about that. Still a few kinks to iron out. This is my first time making a big Minecraft video, so bear with me as I figure this all out. At each of the cardinal directions on the outside track, we have buttons that you can press, and if you're riding along in a minecart, excuse me, let me demonstrate what this looks like. You can press those buttons in order to request that you get off at that particular branch. So I can try to hit some of these buttons here, and if I don't lag too much, I end up at this station over here. And because we have some powered rails, they will stop me right here. So I have the opportunity to either get off at this station or hop back in my cart and keep going along towards the east. We have these stations at all 4 points along the edges of spawn. Whoops, didn't mean to destroy that there. And we are still putting them together. if I were to fly all the way around the circle, you'd see that we don't even have any of the north infrastructure in place, but the east and west stations are completed, and the south station is about halfway done. We're going to hide a couple of Easter eggs around the spawn area, like that giant spiderweb right there, that you can certainly try to explore and find once we get our 1.9 server working, and once Mojang gets their act together, getting 1.9 out. I'd also like to show you at some point some of the wiring that goes into making those stations work, because it's pretty interesting. They have buttons that let you enter the station going either clockwise or counterclockwise around the circle, and then an arrow in an item frame that lets you decide whether you want to join the spawn circle going clockwise or counterclockwise. I think that wiring, which uses some simple comparators and set reset flip-flops, could be interesting for people to learn about. Finally, just now that I'm back up on this tree here, I want to point out the bridge that we're building here. Each of those spans is modeled after the Hellgate Bridge in New York City, a rail bridge that goes between the Bronx and Queens. And we're looking forward to seeing how that turns out. If I just run over there a second, you'll see that we've been using an interesting bunch of materials for this bridge in order to get that kind of rust-colored look. We're trying to go for a bit of an aged infrastructure feel, so these columns have some moss growing on them and some cracked bricks, and this is supposed to be like a slightly rusted metal. We're using clay, music boxes, and granite for the bridge materials, and then tossing a couple of torches on top there. We still are finishing these up. As you can see, we only have 2 out of the 4 spans completed, and we still want to age these columns a little more. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll like, comment, or subscribe if you had anything you wanted to add to it, or if you would like to see our future videos. I'm hoping to soon make more videos as we progress with this spawn, and also to take you on a tour around our current Minecraft 1.8 map with all of its cities and infrastructure. So see you next time.